There are certain passages in the Gospels that only make sense in light of 1 Chronicles 24. So let's talk about two of those. Number one, Luke chapter 1, we read about Zechariah, who's on duty in the temple. And we're told he was there because his division was on duty. And then we're also told he was of the division of Abijah. What's that all about? We'll take that information and go back to 1 Chronicles 24. And there you read that all the priests who lived throughout the land of Israel were divided into 24 divisions. And when their division came out for duty, they would go to Jerusalem, work at the temple, then they'd go back home. So Zechariah was on duty at the temple, not because he worked there 365 days a year, but because his division was on duty. That's why he was there. Secondly, the parable of the Good Samaritan. We have this priest who's coming down from Jerusalem to Jericho. Why? Well, we know a lot of priests lived in Jericho, and so he'd been in Jerusalem probably because he was on duty there. And now he was coming back home. And that explains why when he came to the guy who was injured, he passed on the other side. Because he didn't know if the guy was dead or alive. If he were dead and the priest came up to him and touched him, he would be ritually defiled by death. And thus he had to go through this whole long process of ritual purification. So to make matters easier for himself, he bypassed the guy and went on to Jericho. So in that way, this one chapter, 1 Chronicles 24, sheds light on two parts of the Gospel of Luke.